everyone. Welcome back to Feel Learns English. I'm Shafi, your host for today. I'm so happy to see you here. If this is your first time joining us, I want to tell you something important. We upload new English learning videos every single day. Our goal is to help you improve your English faster and sound more natural and confident when you speak. Today's episode is very special. We are going to focus on something powerful, something that can completely change the way you sound and understand English. We are talking about Advanced C2 level vocabulary. By the end of this lesson, you will not just learn new words, but also understand how to use them naturally in your daily life, in conversations, and in writing. You will be able to speak with words that make you sound intelligent, fluent, and confident. We will explore meanings, connotations, collocations, and real-life examples so that you can see how advanced speakers express themselves with precision and emotion. This is not just a vocabulary list, it is a masterclass, a journey that will help you think, feel, and speak at a C2 level. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. That way, you will never miss a new English learning episode. Now, grab your notebook, stay focused, and let's start building your advanced English vocabulary together. Why advanced vocabulary matters. Imagine you are talking to a native speaker about your day. Instead of saying, "It was a good day," you could say, "It was a fulfilling day." The word fulfilling adds emotional depth. It tells the listener that your day gave you a sense of purpose and satisfaction. This is the power of advanced vocabulary. It lets you express not just what happened, but how you felt. Here's another example. Instead of saying, "I'm tired," you could say, "I'm drained." Drained is stronger. It shows that you have no energy left, either physically or emotionally. Using words like this makes your English expressive and natural. You show that your vocabulary matches your emotions. Let's practice together. Repeat after me slowly. I had a fulfilling day. I feel drained after a long week. Her speech was incredibly inspiring. These sentences may sound simple, but the words inside them are advanced choices that make your English sound mature and natural. Precision is more important than complexity. At the C2 level, vocabulary is not about memorizing complicated words. It is about precision, choosing the right word for the right situation. For example, the difference between angry and furious is more than just intensity. Angry can sound mild. Furious shows a strong, vivid emotion. Advanced vocabulary is not about being formal. It is about being expressive, accurate, and detailed. Let's practice describing emotions with more advanced words. Instead of "I'm happy," say "I'm elated." Instead of "I'm sad," say "I'm devastated." Instead of "I'm surprised," say "I'm astonished." Listen carefully. Elated equals extremely happy. Devastated equals deeply sad, almost heartbroken. Astonished equals truly shocked or amazed. Now imagine real-life situations. You passed your English exam. I was elated when I saw the results. Your best friend moved to another country. I was devastated when she left. You saw your favorite celebrity. I was absolutely astonished. When you connect emotions to real situations, advanced words become part of your thinking, not just your memory. Understanding nuance. At the advanced level, it's important to notice small differences in meaning, called nuance. For example, brave equals short-term courage for an action. She was brave to speak up. Courageous equals long-term or consistent courage. He is a courageous leader. Here's another example. He made a big change versus he made a drastic change. Drastic is more advanced and specific. It shows the change was extreme or significant. Or consider. She's a very good student. She's an exceptional student. She's an outstanding student. Small word upgrades like this make your English sound polished and elegant. Practice with me. The results were exceptional. It was a drastic improvement. He is a courageous man. Advanced conversational expressions. Advanced English is also about sound and tone in conversation. Here are some upgrades. Instead of "I don't know," say "I'm not quite sure." Instead of "I don't like it," say "It doesn't appeal to me." Instead of "I'm busy," say "I'm occupied at the moment." Here's an example in a conversation. Question: do you like this movie? Basic answer: it's all right. Advanced answer: it's thought-provoking, but not exactly my taste. Another useful phrase is "it's open to interpretation." It means something can be understood in more than one way. Mini exercise: upgrade these sentences in your mind. It's good, it's remarkable. It's bad, it's unacceptable. I'm happy, I'm content. It's interesting, it's intriguing. Even small upgrades like these make you sound sophisticated, confident, and thoughtful. Practice and application. Using advanced vocabulary is not about showing off. It's about expressing your exact thoughts clearly. At this level, you stop translating from your language and start thinking in English. Daily practice is key. Here's a quick tip. Choose 5 advanced words from today's lesson and use them in conversation today. Write a short paragraph about your day using them. Today was an exceptional day. I felt elated after completing my project. The feedback I received was remarkable. Though I was drained by evening, I felt fulfilled. See how advanced words naturally become part of your life? Words with strong meaning. Let's look at a few more C2 level words. Meticulous equals extremely careful and precise. Example: he's meticulous about his work. Example: the report was written with meticulous attention to detail. Inevitable equals certain to happen, unavoidable. Example: change is inevitable. Example: failure is sometimes inevitable, but it teaches valuable lessons. Ambiguous equals unclear or open to multiple meanings. Example: his message was ambiguous. Example: the ending of the movie was ambiguous. Inefficient equals something that wastes time or effort. Example: the old system was inefficient. Example: he is hardworking, but his method is inefficient. Using these words shows precision, clarity, and emotional depth, a hallmark of advanced English speakers. Practicing efficiency and emotion. Let's start with some short phrases to practice advanced words. Inefficient means something that doesn't work well or wastes time and effort. Example: this process is inefficient. Example: we need a more efficient solution. Example: an inefficient approach leads to wasted effort. Notice how these words make your sentences more specific and professional. Small upgrades like this immediately make your English sound advanced. Now let's move to a word with more emotional depth: profound. Profound means deep, meaningful, or powerful. You can use it to describe ideas, experiences, or feelings that leave a strong impression. Example: that movie had a profound impact on me. Example: her words were profound and unforgettable. This word instantly makes your English sound wise, thoughtful, and mature. Try repeating these slowly. He shared a profound insight. That experience changed me in a profound way. There was a profound silence in the room. Do you hear how calm and emotional these sentences feel? That's the rhythm of advanced English: soft, thoughtful, and expressive. Using words in real-life scenes. Let's practice putting words into real contexts. Imagine you're describing your favorite teacher. Instead of "she was very smart," you could say, "she was a profound thinker who inspired everyone around her." Or imagine a book that really moved you. "The book left a profound impression on me. It changed how I see the world." When you use words in real-life contexts, you remember them easily and your speech sounds natural. Inevitable and consequences. Another elegant word is inevitable. It means something that is certain to happen. You can combine it with consequence. Example: the consequence was inevitable. Example: every decision has consequences. Example: He didn't study, so failure was inevitable. These phrases are often used in academic English and advanced discussions, but they can also sound natural in everyday conversation. Practice challenge. Upgrade simple sentences. Let's try a mental exercise. I'll give you a basic sentence, and I want you to think of AC2 level version. He didn't sleep well, he had a restless night. She was very careful, she was extremely meticulous. The view was nice, the view was absolutely breathtaking. It's not clear, it's rather ambiguous. It's going to happen soon, it's inevitable. He's a deep thinker, he's profoundly reflective. Doing exercises like this helps your brain automatically reach for advanced words instead of basic ones. This is how you train your mind to think at a C2 level. More words for daily conversations. Now let's learn a few advanced words you can use every day. Assertive, confident in expressing your opinion without being rude. Example, she's very assertive during meetings. Example, you need to be more assertive when you speak. Repeat, I'm becoming more assertive at work. Repeat, he's spoken in an assertive but respectful way. Versatile, flexible, able to adapt or do many things. Example, she's a versatile actor. Example, eggs are versatile. You can cook them in many ways. Repeat, he's a versatile musician. Repeat, this tool is extremely versatile. Mini story using both words. During the team meeting, Clara was assertive when presenting her ideas. Her versatility made her extremely valuable to the company. She could manage projects, write reports, and lead discussions with confidence. See how these words add layers of personality and meaning to your speech. That's the difference between advanced English and basic conversation. Academic words for everyday use. Substantial, large, important, or meaningful. Example, he made a substantial contribution to the project. Example, I had a substantial breakfast today. Significant, important, meaningful, or notable. Example, there was a significant change in her attitude. Example, the discovery was significant for science. Practice replacing basic words. Big improvement, substantial improvement. Important moment, significant moment. Big help, substantial help. Even small upgrades make your English sharper and more precise. Comprehensive, complete, detailed, or covering everything. Example, we need a comprehensive plan. Example, she gave a comprehensive explanation. Repeat, I wrote a comprehensive report. Repeat, we need a comprehensive understanding before making decisions. Shadowing practice. Let's try a short shadowing exercise. Repeat after me in rhythm. Learning vocabulary at the C2 level requires consistent practice. It's not just about memorizing definitions, but using words in real situations. When you read, listen, and speak with awareness, you notice subtle shades of meaning. Every word carries emotion, tone, and culture. That is what makes English so beautiful. Take a deep breath. Feel how connected, calm, and expressive advanced English can sound. Words for personal growth. Advanced learners often talk about self-development. Here are some strong words. Resilient, able to recover quickly from difficulty. Example, she's resilient after every failure. Example, children are remarkably resilient. Perseverance, determination, never giving up. Example, through perseverance, he achieved his goals. Combine. She's resilient because of her perseverance. Practice aloud. I am resilient. Perseverance always pays off. He overcame challenges with resilience and determination. These are not just words, they're mindset words. They remind you to keep going even when learning feels hard. Subtle and elegant language. Advanced English also values subtlety. Sometimes saying less means more. Imply. To suggest something without saying it directly. Example, it's getting late, they might be implying it's time to go. Example, are you implying that I'm wrong? Example, Her tone implied that she wasn't happy. Convey, to express or communicate an idea. Example, her smile conveyed warmth. Example, he tried to convey his gratitude. Repeat, this message conveys hope. Repeat, your tone conveys confidence. Articulate, to express ideas clearly and effectively. Example, she's an articulate speaker. Example, he articulated his point beautifully. Repeat, I'm learning to articulate my ideas better. Mini story connecting words. In a meeting, your colleague presents a project idea. You notice he articulates his vision clearly. His words convey confidence and passion. Later, you might say, he implied some changes were needed, but didn't say them directly. Insightful, elaborate, implement. Insightful, having deep understanding or perceptive thoughts. Example, that was an insightful comment. Example, her analysis was incredibly insightful. Elaborate, give more details or explain deeply. Example, could you elaborate on that? Example, she elaborated on her plans for the future. Implement, put an idea into action. Example, the company implemented new rules. Example, we need to implement this strategy immediately. Practice these together to feel the rhythm of strong, decisive words. They implemented a new plan. Please elaborate on your point. The discussion was insightful. Bringing vocabulary together in context. Let's see how advanced words work together in real-life situations. During a meeting, the manager elaborated on the new policy. She articulated the plan clearly, conveying the importance of teamwork. Later, the team implemented the strategy effectively, leading to substantial improvement. Notice how these words are not just individual vocabulary items, but part of a smooth, fluent story. When you connect words naturally, your English becomes cohesive and professional. Tone matters. Another key concept for advanced learners is tone. The tone of a sentence can change depending on the word you choose. Compare. I'm angry sounds emotional, strong, and intense. I'm frustrated sounds more controlled, professional, and polite. Tone helps you express personality through your vocabulary. Here are some tonal upgrades. Instead of he's lazy, say he's unmotivated. Instead of she's rude, say she's inconsiderate. Instead of I'm scared, say I'm apprehensive. Practice aloud. I'm apprehensive about the results. He was inconsiderate during the conversation. She seems unmotivated lately. Notice how these sentences sound mature, sophisticated, and natural. Words for change and growth. Next, let's focus on words used to describe change and improvement. Transform to change completely. Example, the experience transformed me. Example, education can transform lives. Example, they transformed the old house into a beautiful cafe. Evolve to grow gradually or develop over time. Example, the company evolved over time. Example, her ideas evolved through experience. Example, our understanding of language evolves with learning. Practice shadowing. My perspective has evolved. He transformed his habits. The city has transformed over the years. These words make your English sound thoughtful, mature, and fluent. Words for creativity and problem solving. Innovative, creative, original, introducing new ideas. Example, she's an innovative designer. Example, we need an innovative approach to solve this. Example, their solution was truly innovative. Practice aloud. He's known for his innovative thinking. Innovation drives success. They developed an innovative product. Combine ideas in a story. Over the years, the company evolved from a small business into an innovative leader in technology. Their new approach transformed the industry completely. Notice how C2, level vocabulary, allows you to tell stories with life, detail, and clarity. Efficient and logical thinking. Let's also focus on efficient, the opposite of inefficient. It shows positive, logical thinking. Example, she's efficient at her job. Example, this method is more efficient. Example, we need an efficient way to manage time. Practice aloud. The new system is efficient. He's an efficient worker. We need to find an efficient solution. Mini challenge. Combine efficient, innovative, and transform in a sentence. Example, our innovative approach transformed the entire process, making it far more efficient than before. Try creating your own version. This is a great way to lock words into memory. Advanced words for personality. Words that describe human behavior and personality make your English expressive and sophisticated. Empathetic understanding and sharing another person's feelings. Example, she's an empathetic listener. Example, good leaders are empathetic. Intuitive based on instinct or natural understanding, not logic. Example, she's an intuitive decision maker. Example, he has an intuitive sense of timing. Practice aloud. Empathy helps build trust. She's naturally empathetic. My intuition told me to stay. She has an intuitive grasp of language. Mini scenario. During an interview, she appeared calm and empathetic, listening carefully. Her answers were intuitive and genuine, showing both intelligence and warmth. When you speak like this, you stop translating and begin expressing directly in English. That's the true mark of C2 mastery. Reflection exercise. Think about your personality. How would you describe yourself using advanced vocabulary? Maybe you're resilient, empathetic, intuitive, innovative, articulate, insightful, meticulous. Choose 5 words that represent you. Say them aloud. Feel how they sound natural in your voice. At this level, words are not just tools, they reflect your thinking. Compelling and intricate. Compelling so interesting, powerful, or convincing that it captures attention. Example, that documentary was compelling. Example, she gave a compelling argument during the debate. Practice aloud. That was a compelling story. His speech was compelling from start to finish. I found the idea deeply compelling. Intricate, complex, detailed, or carefully designed. Example, the painting had an intricate design. Example, their relationship was intricate, full of subtle emotions. Practice aloud. The pattern was intricate and beautiful. The story has an intricate plot. Her thoughts were intricate yet meaningful. Combine in a story. The movie was compelling not only because of its message, but also because of its intricate storytelling. See how advanced words weave emotion and logic together? Subtle language. Subtle, delicate, not obvious, softly noticeable. Example, she gave me a subtle smile. Example, there's a subtle difference between confidence and arrogance. Practice aloud. I noticed a subtle change in his tone. There's subtle beauty in simplicity. Her humor is subtle but clever. Subtle words make your English natural, effortless, and real. Philosophical use of inevitable. Some words can be used reflectively. Inevitable, certain to happen. Example, it was inevitable that he would learn from his failure. Example, with effort and patience, improvement becomes inevitable. Advanced English often blends language with life lessons. Emotional words, sincere, genuine, authentic. Sincere, honest, heartfelt. She gave a sincere apology. Genuine, real, true. He's a genuine friend. Authentic, original, true to oneself. Her kindness is authentic. Practice aloud. Her smile was sincere. His compliment felt genuine. They had an authentic friendship. These words give your sentences emotional depth and realism. Thoughtful words, perceptive and astute. Perceptive, having good understanding or insight. Example, she's very perceptive and notices details others miss. Example, his comment was perceptive and well thought out. Astute, smart, strategic, quick to notice opportunities. Example, he's an astute businessman. Example, she made an astute decision. Practice aloud. He's a perceptive listener. She made an astute decision. His astute remarks changed the discussion completely. Metaphorical language. Advanced speakers often use metaphors, words that carry deeper meaning than literal sense. Examples. He has a heart of gold. He's very kind. Her words lit a fire in me. He's walking on thin ice. It's a double-edged sword. Using metaphorical language makes your English expressive, creative, and natural. Metaphors, meaning, and storytelling. At this stage of learning, it's not about memorizing vocabulary lists. It's about using words to paint meaning and create pictures in the listener's mind. That's what makes advanced English feel alive and expressive. Let's explore a few advanced adjectives that instantly enrich your expression. Intriguing, something that sparks curiosity. Example, that idea is intriguing. Captivating, something that holds your attention completely. Example, her voice is captivating. Fascinating, something deeply interesting or charming. Example, the book was fascinating. Practice slowly. The idea was intriguing. The story was captivating. The experiment was fascinating. Notice how each word has its own emotional flavor. That's the texture of advanced English. Words for reflection. Next, contemplate, to think deeply or carefully about something. Example, I need time to contemplate my decision. Example, he sat quietly contemplating the meaning of life. Practice. I often contemplate my goals. She contemplated whether she should move abroad. It's important to contemplate before you act. Short reflection practice. Sometimes I sit by the window and contemplate how time changes everything. It's fascinating how people evolve, how relationships transform, and how every experience becomes a subtle lesson in disguise. Do you feel how that sounds like fluent storytelling? That's C2, level natural English. Sophisticated and eloquent. Next, let's focus on sophisticated, elegant, cultured, or well-developed. Example, she has a sophisticated sense of style. Example, the software is sophisticated and efficient. Example, his writing is sophisticated and polished. Practice aloud. He has a sophisticated taste in music. That's a sophisticated approach. The design is elegant yet sophisticated. Another essential adjective is eloquent, speech that is graceful, fluent, and persuasive. Example, she gave an eloquent speech. Example, his writing is eloquent and heartfelt. Example, sometimes silence is more eloquent than words. Practice aloud. He's an eloquent speaker. Her message was eloquently expressed. The words were simple but eloquent. Mini exercise. Describe someone who inspires you. She's an eloquent and sophisticated leader with a captivating presence and a perceptive mind. Her ideas are innovative, and her approach to life is both subtle and profound. Repeat slowly with feeling. That's how advanced vocabulary allows you to express yourself with precision, emotion, and style. Describing the world around you. Serene, calm, and peaceful. Example, the lake looked serene at sunset. Example, she spoke in a serene tone. Tranquil, calm, with soft, natural beauty. Example, the garden was tranquil. Example, I enjoy the tranquil mornings before work. Practice. The view was serene. I love the tranquil silence of early morning. Her presence was calm and serene. Majestic, grand, powerful, or beautiful in an impressive way. Example, the mountains looked majestic under the golden light. Example, the orchestra's performance was majestic. Imagine, you stood in silence, watching the majestic waves crash against the shore. That scene comes alive. That's the power of C2 English. Notion, paradox, and ambivalence. Notion, an idea, belief, or concept, often abstract. Example, I had a notion that he wasn't telling the truth. Example, the notion of time fascinates philosophers. Practice. That's an interesting notion. She rejected the notion that success happens overnight. The notion of freedom means different things to different people. Paradox, something that seems contradictory but reveals a truth. Example, it's a paradox that sometimes failure leads to success. Example, the quietest person in the room often has the loudest thoughts. Practice. It's a fascinating paradox. Life is full of paradoxes. Her personality is a paradox, shy yet confident. Ambivalent, having mixed feelings or being uncertain. Example, I'm ambivalent about moving to another city. Example, he felt ambivalent toward his new job. Practice. She's ambivalent about the decision. I feel ambivalent, torn between two options. His expression was ambivalent, a mix of joy and doubt. Analytical and perspective. Analytical, using logic and detailed thinking. Example, he has an analytical mind. Example, her analytical approach helped solve the problem. Example, the report was written with great analytical precision. Practice. I'm trying to be more analytical. He gave an analytical response. Her analytical skills are impressive. Perspective, a way of seeing or understanding something. Example, let me share my perspective. Example, traveling gives you a new perspective on life. Practice. From my perspective, that makes sense. We need to consider other perspectives. His perspective changed after the experience. Mini scenario. I understand your ambivalence. It's natural to feel uncertain. But from another perspective, this could be a great opportunity to grow. Precise, accurate, and concise. Precise, exact, carefully chosen. Accurate, correct or true. Concise, brief but complete. Examples. Her explanation was precise. The results were accurate. His speech was clear and concise. Practice. Be precise with your words. The data must be accurate. Keep your response concise. Artificial. Finally, artificial usually means man-made or unnatural, but at C2 level, it can also describe behavior or tone. Example, her smile felt artificial. Example, the conversation seemed artificial. Artificial, nostalgic, and inevitable. Artificial, man-made, unnatural, or insincere. Example, the flowers were artificial but beautiful. Example, we must avoid creating an artificial environment. This versatile word adapts to context, adding subtle meaning. Nostalgic, feeling sentimental about the past, missing something that once made you happy. Example, listening to that song makes me nostalgic. Example, he felt nostalgic while visiting his old school. Practice slowly. I'm feeling nostalgic today. Old photos make me nostalgic. There's a nostalgic beauty in remembering simpler times. Inevitably, the adverb form of inevitable, something that happens no matter what. Example, inevitably, time changes everything. Example, he worked hard and inevitably, success followed. Example, disagreements are inevitable in any relationship. Practice. Inevitably, we all learn from experience. The storm passed, but inevitably it left damage. He kept avoiding work and inevitably failed the exam. Fundamental and profound. Fundamental, basic but essential, something everything else depends on. Example, trust is fundamental in any friendship. Example, grammar is fundamental to learning a language. Example, freedom is a fundamental human right. Practice. Honesty is fundamental. Understanding pronunciation is fundamental for fluency. Respect is fundamental in communication. Profound, deep, powerful, or emotionally significant. Example, She felt a profound sadness. Example, he shared a profound idea. Example, there was a profound silence after the news. Practice slowly to feel its calm emotional power. Polite agreement and disagreement. Advanced English isn't just about words, but tone and diplomacy. Instead of "I don't agree, I see your point, but I have a different perspective." Instead of "You're wrong, I'm not entirely convinced." Instead of "That's right, I completely concur." Practice. I completely concur. I'm not entirely convinced. That's an interesting perspective. Advanced transitions. Smooth transitions connect ideas like a bridge. Moreover, adds information. Nevertheless, contrasts an idea. In contrast, shows difference. Consequently, shows result. On the other hand, compares perspectives. Practice sentences. The project was successful. Moreover, it inspired new ideas. The weather was terrible. Nevertheless, we continued. He's confident. In contrast, his brother is shy. She didn't study. Consequently, she failed. Long paragraph practice. Learning advanced vocabulary can be challenging. Nevertheless, it's deeply rewarding. Moreover, it helps you express emotions and ideas with precision. In contrast, learners who rely on basic words often struggle to sound natural. Consequently, those who practice daily begin to think in English without translating. On the other hand, skipping practice makes the process slower. Motivation and growth words. Aspiration, strong desire to achieve something. Perseverance, continuing despite difficulty. Fulfillment, satisfaction after achieving something meaningful. Practice. My aspiration is to become fluent in English. Perseverance leads to success. Helping others brings fulfillment. Reflection. Every learner has a personal aspiration. Through perseverance, that dream slowly transforms into reality. And when you finally reach your goal, there's an unshakable sense of fulfillment, the quiet joy of progress. Resonate, authenticity, ingenuity. Resonate, to deeply connect emotionally. Example, that story really resonated with me. Practice, his message resonated with everyone. Authenticity, being genuine, true to oneself. Example, her authenticity makes her a great leader. Practice, I value authenticity. Ingenuity, cleverness, or creativity in problem solving. Example, her ingenuity helps solve the problem. Practice, ingenuity leads to innovation. Alleviate, elevate, and reinforce. Alleviate, to make something less severe. Example, meditation can alleviate stress. Practice, a kind word can alleviate someone's pain. Elevate, to lift something higher in quality, level, or spirit. Example, music can elevate your mood. Practice, gratitude elevates your spirit. Combine reflection. When you alleviate someone's pain, you elevate their hope. When you alleviate your stress, you elevate your focus. Learning to elevate your thoughts transforms your life. Reinforce, to strengthen or support. Example, the teacher reinforced key points from the lesson. Practice, positive results reinforce motivation. Adversity and resilience. Adversity, difficulty or hardship. Example, she remained calm in the face of adversity. Practice, adversity builds character. Resilience, the ability to recover from challenges. Example, she faced failure with resilience. Practice, through adversity, we discover our resilience. Reflection. Combining these words creates motivational, natural, and meaningful English. Resilience, gratitude, and composure. Resilience, the ability to recover from challenges. Example, through adversity, she found her resilience. Gratitude, thankfulness, appreciation. Example, she expressed her gratitude for their help. Composure, calmness, self-control, especially under pressure. Example, She maintained her composure during the argument. Practice sentences. Even during adversity, maintaining gratitude strengthens resilience. Gratitude helps you see light in the darkest moments. She handled the crisis with composure. Reflection. Imagine being described as resilient, articulate, and composed. That's the power of advanced language, strength wrapped in softness. Endeavor, dedication, and mastery. Endeavor an effort, attempt, or serious goal. Example, learning English is a rewarding endeavor. Dedication, commitment, or strong focus. Example, her dedication to her craft is admirable. Mastery, complete control, deep understanding, ultimate skill. Example, true mastery begins with curiosity. Practice sentences. Every endeavor requires dedication. Consistency and dedication lead to mastery. Through perseverance, mastery becomes possible. Reflection. Learning English becomes not just about words, but about connection, expression, and resilience. Serendipity, ephemeral, epiphany, catalyst. Serendipity, a pleasant surprise, something good that happens unexpectedly. Example, meeting her at the cafe was pure serendipity. Ephemeral, lasting for a very short time, temporary yet beautiful. Example, the sunset was ephemeral but unforgettable. Epiphany, a sudden realization or understanding. Example, she had an epiphany while reading that book. Catalyst, something that sparks change or transformation. Example, her words became a catalyst for change. Practice reflection. Sometimes serendipity brings us to moments that become the catalyst for transformation. Those moments may be ephemeral, but they often lead to powerful epiphanies that change how we see life. Essence, tranquility, solitude. Essence, the core, the most important quality. Example, the essence of happiness lies in simplicity. Tranquility, calm, peacefulness, stillness. Example, meditation brings tranquility to the heart. Solitude, being alone in a positive, reflective way. Example, in solitude, wisdom grows. Practice sentences. I enjoy peaceful solitude. The room was filled with tranquility. At its essence, kindness is strength. These words create an introspective, poetic rhythm in your speech. Melancholy, solace, awe. Melancholy, gentle, reflective sadness. Example, autumn always feels slightly melancholy. Solace, comfort during sadness or difficulty. Example, her words were a source of solace. A feeling of wonder mixed with admiration and respect. Example, she looked at the stars in awe. Practice reflection. Sometimes we find solace in solitude. Sometimes we sit in quiet melancholy, remembering what once was. There's tranquility even in these moments, the essence of being alive. These words help you convey emotional depth, calmness, and human insight, the hallmark of C2 fluency. Reverence and ineffable beauty. A feeling of wonder mixed with admiration and respect. Examples. He listened in awe to the powerful speech. Nature always fills me with awe. Reverence, deep respect or admiration, often spiritual or emotional. Examples. They watched the sunrise in reverence. There was a reverent silence in the room. Practice reflection. When you walk through a forest, you feel both awe and reverence, a quiet awareness of something greater than yourself. Key insight. Mastering English at this level is feeling words, not just memorizing them. Ineffable, luminous, serene, exquisite, ardent. Ineffable, something so beautiful or emotional that words cannot describe it. The beauty of the night sky was ineffable. Luminous, glowing, shining softly, literally or metaphorically. Her eyes were luminous with hope. Serene, calm, peaceful, emotionally composed. She remained serene despite the chaos. Exquisite, extremely beautiful, delicate, or finely made can describe emotion. Her taste in art is exquisite. Ardent, passionate, enthusiastic, full of emotion. He pursued his dream with ardent determination. Reflection practice. There are ineffable moments when the world feels luminous and serene. Beauty becomes exquisite and passion turns ardent. Tip: these words create image plus emotion, the hallmark of C2 fluency. Benevolent, magnanimous, metamorphosis, transcend. Benevolent, kind, generous, well-meaning. Her benevolent nature inspires others. Magnanimous, generous, and forgiving, especially toward someone you could be angry with. She showed a magnanimous spirit by forgiving him. Metamorphosis, deep, often gradual transformation. The caterpillar undergoes a metamorphosis to become a butterfly. Transcend, to rise above, go beyond limits. Art has the power to transcend language. Reflection practice. Through metamorphosis, we learn to transcend fear. We become luminous, serene, and benevolent, not because life is easy, but because we grow through it. Insight. These words bring wisdom, reflection, and poetic rhythm to your English. Recollect, ponder, embrace. Recollect, remember something with clarity or emotion. I recollect the day we met. Ponder, think deeply about something. She pondered the possibilities. Embrace, accept, or welcome something fully, physically, or emotionally. She embraced the challenge with courage. Practice sentences. I recollect that moment vividly. He pondered for hours before responding. I embrace change as part of growth. Tip: using these verbs conveys depth, reflection, and emotional awareness in everyday conversation. At this stage, your C2 vocabulary journey blends. Emotion, ineffable, ardent, benevolent. Reflection, ponder, recollect, metamorphosis. Sophistication and imagery, luminous, serene, exquisite. Moral and social intelligence, magnanimous, reverent, shadowing, and repeating these words with rhythm, tone, and emotion will make your speech sound natural, fluent, and profoundly expressive. Emotional awareness and reflection. Vulnerable. Open, exposed, emotionally honest. It's okay to be vulnerable. She spoke with vulnerable honesty. Being vulnerable takes courage. Practice sentences. I feel vulnerable sometimes. Vulnerability creates connection. He was brave enough to be vulnerable. Reflection. At the heart of fluency is vulnerability, speaking imperfectly to express emotion. Pause, breathe, and let the words flow. Introspective and retrospective. Introspective, looking inward, examining thoughts and feelings. I spent a quiet evening in an introspective mood. Retrospective, looking back on the past with reflection or evaluation. The artist's retrospective exhibition showed her growth. Practice sentences. I'm feeling introspective today. She spoke in a quiet, retrospective tone. Writers are often introspective, observing inner and outer worlds. These words balance present and past awareness, creating reflective harmony. Stoic. Enduring pain or difficulty without complaining or showing emotion. He remained stoic during the crisis. She faced the challenge with stoic calmness. Practice sentences. She stayed stoic through the storm. Sometimes being stoic helps you survive. Stoic shows inner strength and quiet courage, emotional maturity in language. Clarity, logic, and nuance, lucid and coherent. Lucid, clear, easy to understand, or full of light. Her explanation was lucid. Coherent, logical, well-organized, consistent. He spoke in a calm, coherent manner. Practice sentences. I try to keep my thoughts lucid. Keep your ideas coherent. Lucid writing is powerful. Coherent speech is persuasive. Nuance. Subtle difference in meaning, tone, or feeling. She understood the nuance in his voice. Every language has its nuances. Living in nuance is the essence of C2 fluency. Words have texture, not just meaning. Candid. Honest, open, sincere. She gave a candid answer. I appreciate your candid feedback. Practice sentences. Be candid but kind. His candid opinions earned respect. Expressing truth with humility, honesty without harshness. Discipline, persistence, and growth meticulous. Extremely careful, precise, detailed. She's meticulous about her pronunciation. Every meticulous learner becomes fluent. Tenacity. Persistence, determination, perseverance despite challenges. Her tenacity inspired the team. Success demands both patience and tenacity. Fortitude. Courage and strength in facing adversity. She faced the situation with remarkable fortitude. Fortitude helps us endure pain. Reflection practice. Fluency is built through tenacity and fortitude, daily effort and calm strength. Emulate and cultivate. Emulate, imitate, or follow a role model to achieve excellence. He emulated her confidence and improved. Cultivate, develop carefully over time. She cultivated patience. Fluency is cultivated through daily practice. Practice sentences. Emulate the habits of fluent speakers. Cultivate kindness, understanding, and skills. These words link growth, care, and purposeful effort to language mastery. Reflection exercise C2 integration. Combine emotional, intellectual, and growth-focused words in one reflective paragraph. Sometimes we recollect what we've lost, ponder what we can change, and embrace what we can become. Being vulnerable allows connection. Being introspective and retrospective deepens understanding. Staying stoic, speaking lucidly and coherently, noticing every nuance, shows mastery. Through tenacity, fortitude, and careful practice, we emulate excellence and cultivate growth. This is advanced fluency, words becoming philosophy, speech becoming reflection. Immersion and eloquence. Immerse, become deeply involved, surround yourself completely. She immersed herself in English podcasts. Immersion leads to understanding. Reflection. To become fluent, emulate native rhythm, cultivate awareness, and immerse yourself in real English. Don't chase perfection. Cultivate progress. Eloquence, graceful, empathetic, confident speech. Her eloquence moved the audience. Sometimes silence is the greatest eloquence. Reflection. Each sentence carries energy, emotion, intention. Fluency comes through presence, not effort. Enlightenment and awareness. Enlightened, deep understanding or awareness. She became more enlightened after years of experience. An enlightened mind listens before it speaks. Ephemeral and transient, lasting a very short time, temporary. Happiness may be ephemeral, but gratitude makes it last. Life's beauty is transient but precious. Equanimity, calmness, and balance under pressure. She handled criticism with equanimity. True confidence is silent equanimity. Integrity, honesty, moral strength, consistency of actions. Integrity creates trust. Even when no one is watching, integrity matters. Empathy, feeling what someone else feels. Emotional connection. Empathy builds bridges. True fluency requires empathy. Reflection. Fluency is the balance of equanimity, the honesty of integrity, and the kindness of empathy. Discernment and serendipity. Discernment, the ability to judge wisely. Discernment comes from experience and reflection. Know when to speak and when to listen. Serendipitous, fortunate, unexpected discovery. Learning is a serendipitous adventure. Serendipity often leads you where you belong. Inevitable growth. Inevitable, certain to happen. Growth is inevitable when you stay consistent. Change is inevitable, but how we respond defines us. Final reflection on mastery. From meticulous to resilient, From eloquent to serene, from nuance to fortitude, from benevolent to ineffable, each word is more than vocabulary. It's a new way to see life. You didn't just expand your word bank, you expanded perception, emotional awareness, and clarity of expression. Language becomes compassion, connection, and understanding. Final shadowing practice. I speak with confidence and compassion. My words reflect clarity and calmness. Every day, my vocabulary grows stronger, my heart more fluent. I am fluent in understanding. I am fluent in expression. I am fluent in peace. Mastery is using the right words to express reality, not just impress, with calmness, confidence, and kindness.